Welcome to the Nathaniel Noble Jr Podcast, where we talk about life, because it happens to everyone. Thank you for joining your host, Nathaniel Noble Jr, bringing you real people, real conversations, and real perspectives to help you grow and stay inspired. So sit back, tap in, and let's talk about life.
You're listening to the Nathaniel Noble Jr Podcast.
Welcome this week's guest to the Nathaniel Noble Jr Podcast. We got the next contestant on the American Gladiator, formerly known as, well, we got Lori Fetrick, best known as Ice from the legendary American Gladiators. What's going on, Lori?
Legendary.
That was legendary.
Nothing,
back in
just
the day.
hanging out, spending my time with you right now. Finally,
I've been bugging Lori for about 2
know.
years. She's been busy working out and, chasing off coyotes or whatever. And whatever else she was doing. Staying young and healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, we want to get into that
Trying
too.
to.
Yeah, we want to get into some health and wellness because, you've been around the game of fitness for most of your life, huh?
I know. I don't even want to say how many years because it makes me feel really, really, really old. I started playing, obviously, softball, volleyball, basketball. I was an athlete, and so I did all that as a kid, and then I got into bodybuilding. I went from that to bodybuilding, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm auditioning for the American Gladiators.
Ooh. So I was confused about the years. I thought I was in high school when I watched American Gladiators, but you was telling me it started in the 90s, the early 90s?
Well, okay, so I graduated. This is how I do my timelines. It's funny because I graduated in 81.
Uh-huh.
I was bodybuilding, competing, and then I tried out, and I want to say I was like 27 area. So 81. So let's see. That's where you got to count the years. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. Yeah, like late 80s going into early 90s.
Okay. So I was out of high school. I got out in 85. So I was in the military when I was watching, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let's just see. You got to tell your audience now how old you are.
I'm old enough to be conscious of. I used to watch American Gladiators.
The host doesn't tell
No, everybody knows.
The host doesn't tell the age.
Everybody know how old I am. I'm almost 60. I'm 50.
Almost,
I'm
okay,
58. So you probably got me a couple of years. Yeah.
Okay, so you're 58. What year were you born?
67.
So that's 67. Okay.
Yeah. You say you.
So yeah, you were just if I was 27-ish, you were just early 20s.
Yeah. So
you were way out of high school.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought I was. When I was living with my dad, I thought we used to watch American Gladiator together. I guess I was watching it with my first wife or something.
That's what it is, or you actually at one point in time. But yeah, so that's Gladiators. I lasted on that show 9 years.
Was it 9 years?
9 years on that show.
Gee.
9 years. I know. And we traveled all over the place. Went to Europe. Had the international show over there twice. 2 or 3 times. Something like that. It was a ride. It was a big ride. It was a fun ride.
Yeah, so I guess a lot of young people, they don't know about it. You have to Google it, American Gladiators, and look for Ice.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that. Every time I'm talking to somebody and they go, what do you do? What did you do in your past? And I start with, how old are you? And then they tell me their age, and then I'm like, okay, now I know how to fit this in. And then they're like, American Gladiators, if they're under 30, that's when I notice they really don't know.
Right.
Most of the time, from 30s to 40s, even now, they kind of heard kind of thing.
That's sketchy.
But if they're under 30s, I'm like, just Google it.
Right.
Google it. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yep. Google it.
Actually, you know what? They're going to know, they'll know more because on the, I hate doing this. I hate plugging the show, but I'm going to anyway. April 17th, the new one's coming out on Prime. Brand new American Gladiators on April 17th. It's coming out on Prime. No, none of the originals were involved. They didn't want us involved. We tried to get involved. I tried to like maybe become like a behind the scenes host.
Right.
Commentary, something.
That would have worked out, huh? That would have been
It
perfect.
would have worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Because it would have bridged the gap.
Right.
It would have bridged the gap from generations.
Yeah.
And so right now, what I think they're hoping for is that, I don't know, it's just a new show on the air, hopefully the age range that watches Prime is going to, kind of evolve and graduate towards it. But I don't know. I think they missed the boat big time, because if they would have had the original somehow, some way, even just commentary,
that would have been perfect.
That's why I kind of joked and said, I'm going to plug the show, which I shouldn't be,
It's in your genes. It's in the blood. It's like, man.
It is. It's totally in my blood to plug it all the time, But yes, 2-3 of us were involved. We would have all been out there, on our socials and plugging it, and everybody would have been involved.
Yeah, that'd be great. All the OGs, commentary and stuff, and they kind of explaining what's going on and bringing out the characters. And yeah, I can see it already in my head. But hey,
I know everybody can see it in their head.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You're not going to see it on the screen.
It makes sense. It's kind of like like the NFL or the NBA players when they retire, they become the host of the shows, ESPN and stuff like that. It just makes sense.
100%, yes.
Because they've been in the game, so they can explain it, firsthand.
Oh my God, exactly. We could, coming from our point of view, what they're feeling, what's happening, how things
changed and everything, and they probably.
Oh God, that would have been even better. How things changed.
Yeah,
yeah, I know, but
and then showing some old clips from from the past to kind of show the difference.
Exactly. See, you get it. Everybody gets it, except they don't get it.
Well, they're gonna get it if it bombs, maybe.
I'll be honest, man. I am so curious at how the world is gonna perceive the new American Gladiators. I'm really curious. You know? So I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe everybody can write the show and like, hey, bring the OGs back as commentators.
That's if it takes off. We'll see. I don't know. But here's the thing. I've positioned myself in a way to where, knowing that the show is going to take off, I mean, not take off, but air on April 17th, that a lot of people are going to be Googling. A lot of people are going to be Googling, the original Gladiators. What are they doing now? So that's why I try to set myself up across the board so people can find me.
Right. Makes sense. Yep.
So we'll see.
But it all started after American Gladiator and that show's success. What did you do after that?
God, honestly, I was really, really, really trying to stay in the entertainment industry as much as I possibly could. But at that point in time, that's when the serious big reality shows everything was reality back then. After American Gladiators ended, okay, so let's say we were late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, that early 90s was all about reality shows. So they were breaking out from Survivor to Big Brother to all these crazy reality. They didn't want anything to do with people that have already been on television. So they wanted the average Joe, and nobody that's been on television to do these reality shows. And that's what was hitting at the time. So I couldn't get into the entertainment industry nobody would hire me. So I just went kind of into business. I opened up a tanning salon in Studio City. I ran that for a while. I opened a gym in Orlando, held that for a while for 5 years, turned around, sold it. Dude, I did everything from real estate to having my own life insurance business. What else? You name it. I've done it. It feels like.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
I was just hustling.
Yeah.
There you go. I was hustling, trying to make money, and then all of a sudden, this is going to date me, but yet I'll say it anyway. And then all of a sudden, social media came around and I realized that you need numbers, in social media. So then I just started, kind of really posting and jacking up my social media, and then a couple companies, obviously they saw and I grabbed some attention.
Right.
And so I've been working with a fitness company called V-Shred for the last 2 years. And I've been, hitting here different things here and there for, videos. And it's kind of like a pay-per-play kind of thing. So that's what I've been doing.
Right. And then I seen, what was it, last year you was competing in a bodybuilding contest and you
yes.
won, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, I yes and no.
You placed?
Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, how do you consider winning? After 35 years I competed in bodybuilding, like when that was the only category 35 years ago, it was just strictly bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And now they have fitness, figure, physique, bodybuilding, fitness, all these different divisions. And so my body my body actually fit in a category called figure. So I decided, let's throw my hat in the ring and see how I do up on stage. And I would say the most challenging part of that was we have to wear 5-inch heels on stage.
Wow.
So not only are you walking on stage, or and you're trying to pose in high heels, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
because you're kind of a little off balance, you're a little nervous on stage.
So you had to practice
so the first show I did, you have no idea. I practiced I would walk in my high heels every single night for at least 15, 20 minutes, just to get the feel of them. Honestly, walk around the house, do housework, do everything. And it was just like, oh my God, I got pretty good on them. But my first show was a qualifier for the nationals. And so I won that show. I won my category, which was 50 and over, masters. So I won that. That qualified me for the national show. And then I went to Vegas and competed in the masters over 50. And it was a national division. And the national division, what that means is some of these girls just, they train their butts off for a couple years and they're competing to get to that national level. So I felt pretty good about just kind of walking in and getting on stage on national level. And I placed fourth.
Okay.
I placed fourth in the national level, but I'll be honest, it wasn't kind of apples to apples because the girls that I was competing against, early 50s, 50, 51, 52, I was sitting at 62. And that 10-year difference is a big difference when it comes to bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Big difference. And I'm going to say the biggest difference is the elasticity in your skin. Biggest difference, to be honest with you. Because when you're younger, the elasticity in your skin bounces back really quickly, which means that as you're losing that body fat, your skin is just kind of going along with it and, kind of sinking in and soaking it up. When you're older and you're losing that body fat, your skin isn't like, it's not.
Skin like, hold on, you're moving too fast. Hold on.
Exactly. So that was the only thing I didn't care for too much because I went from 18% body fat down to 9.
Wow.
And 9% body fat on a female. I mean, I was shredded, So it was okay. It was good. Am I going to do it again? I don't know. I have no idea if I'm going to compete again. I'm taking this year. I'll be honest. I'm taking this year and I'm training my legs really hard because I didn't really train for the competition. I was just training normal. I'd go in, it wasn't like I was, tunnel visioned into the training. So that kind of made the difference as well. Some of these girls have been tunnel training like for 2 years straight when they hit that national level.
Yeah, you just jumped in 12 months or something?
Yeah.
And then got that far?
I actually 4 months. I'll be honest with you. I decided to do the show. 4 months later, I was on stage. So I just thought my body was, yeah, exactly. So I was pretty happy with that.
I mean, that's kind of good because considering the other girls got a couple years in training, and then you get in 4 months to get that far. That's amazing right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So imagine you had 2 years and then you just crunching and hitting and it's like, whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing this year. I'm going to take all year and just grind it and hit it hard. And I don't know, maybe next year I'll try it again.
Give it one more shot.
Give it one more shot. See if I can pick up my pro card at 63. We'll see.
Whoa. Yep. So didn't you have a book come out? Didn't you put a book out?
I did. I had a children's book come out. I'm like looking around for it, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it's right here. I always wanted to do a children's book. I have no kids and still wanted to write a child's book. Okay, so this is called The Playground Warriors.
Uh-huh.
And this came out last year. And, what I wanted it to be is kind of like, the little gladiators.
Right.
And, but obviously, the gladiators come back and, sue me for everything. They're like, cease and desist, don't do that. You can't use the name. You can't do that. So we called it The Playground Warriors.
Okay.
It's cute. It's just a little, children's book, the characters and about, team and camaraderie and that kind of stuff when you're kids. Kind of get the imagination flowing a little bit more because we all lose that when we get older.
Okay. Is it on Amazon or anything? You got a personal website? It
is on Amazon. Okay. Playground Warriors is on Amazon.
We'll make sure we put the links in the
100%.
description. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Go. Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Children's
book.
It is. I thought
nice to see it.
I thought you would have put together like a bio of your story or something.
I have I've talked to a couple writers, and there's a possibility. They're like, let's tell your story. Let's write a book.
Yeah, because I'm sure you got a story.
What's so funny is I'm sure that people look at me and go, "Wow, you've got a story." But when you're sitting in your own life, you don't think that it's really a story. Right. You're just living your own life. You're like, "Where's the story?" But you're right. I do definitely have a story, and I need to get with a writer and just do it.
Yeah, just lay it all out because somebody need to hear it. It's gonna inspire somebody.
One of the producers of the old American Gladiator show actually did contact me, and we talked for about 45 minutes on the phone one day, and he actually does that.
Okay.
He gets the story out of you, and then he writes it. And then after he writes it, believe it or not, what he tries to do is take it out and sell it and see if he can make a television show out of something.
Yeah, it'd be neat.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I like to hear stories
that's
like
probably
that.
Next. It'll probably be next on the, on the docket here, doing something.
Yeah, I like to hear those background stories of people, how they came up and how they overcame obstacles and, all the stuff they did. It's inspiring, right? It lets you know they're human. And then, see if they can get you that. Yeah, if they can get you that, I can get you that.
You know what, Nathan? It's funny though. It's like coming over obstacles and stuff like that. And when I did lose I consider it losing the American Gladiators because of the fact that it just kind of like, was on at 9-10 years, and we were doing the live show out in Orlando, and we showed up one day and the chains were on the door and no more Orlando Live, and got no phone call, no nothing, and next thing we know that we're not filming anymore. So it was really it was a terrible ending. And even that's kind of a story in itself.
Yeah. How did it impact you, and how did you, process it? And that's like a dropping a bomb on you, like boom, like where'd that come from?
Well, because again, though, you're thinking, okay, where's the story, right? Everybody loses things and everything ends, and you kind of go through that, but
give me a warning.
Television shows.
Give me a 2-week notice so I can prepare my mental.
Most television shows will be like, hey, this is our last season,
right?
Kind of thing. But we did 9 years on the show, showing up every single year for a good month.
Dedication.
Because it took a month to film that thing. And then, all of a sudden it's like, boom, nothing. No phone call. No thank you for your 9 years. Thanks for making us $1 gazillion. Kiss my butt. Anything. There was nothing. Nothing.
Kind of like you're on an airplane ride and they just kick you out the door like a free fall. Okay, what do I do now? I don't have a parachute.
Yeah. No, really, seriously. It was a very, very bizarre ending. And so there was really no closure to it.
Shame on you, American Gladiators producers.
Oh, you know what? The organization is terrible. I'll throw that out there right now. The organization, the television show, MGM, obviously, the Netflix documentary is out there. So a lot of people saw the Netflix documentary, which is Muscles and Mayhem. Mm-hmm. And that kind of does tell the story of how, it is a complete business when it comes to the entertainment industry. It doesn't matter what show you're on. Everybody thinks you're a big, huge family. You are when you're in it.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
When it's working.
When you're in it. when it's working, the family's working, everybody loves you, everybody loves everybody.
That's the illusion.
But that's the illusion. Exactly. That's
Until we don't need you no more.
Pretty much.
Clip.
Yep.
All right, we're going to scrap it.
Yeah.
We're going to scrap it. Don't tell nobody.
100%. That's exactly what they did.
Everybody needs to start their Live Good membership with Nate. And here's why. If you've been overpaying for supplements, it's time to stop. Live Good gives you premium quality products at prices that actually make sense. No inflated cost, no pressure. Just real wellness. And when you join with Nate, you're not doing it alone. You're getting guidance, consistency, and someone who actually cares about your results. This isn't just about supplements. It's about taking control of your health the smart way. Take your supplement game to the next level without breaking your bank. Take the free tour today at joinNateNow.com. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
But
So
you still got your smile, so hey, life goes on.
I know. He's still
squeezing it out,
You know. Exactly.
Next chapter.
Yep.
That's life, man.
I'm not, it's funny. It is life. I could be one of those just, trust me, I think everybody has a real negative side to them. It's just natural in a way.
Right.
And either you let it come out and you let it affect your day, you let it affect your life, or you just kind of keep smiling and moving on. And what's next?
Like, what's next?
What's next?
Let's go. Hey,
So
been there, done that.
That's how that's kind of how I overcome a lot of these things.
It's like that's in the rearview mirror. Let's go. Keep moving.
Absolutely. And being in the entertainment industry definitely gave me thick skin,
Yeah.
So you get a lot of no's, you get a lot of, just, nope, you're not what we're looking for. And you just got to have that thick skin.
Yeah, I guess
just keep moving.
Get a lot of rejection in that business, huh?
A lot.
Jeez.
So it kind of is what it is. And I think a lot of people do know that. But it's interesting. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun. I'd never take anything back. I'd do it all over again. All over.
Cool. So where we go from here?
Oh, where do we go from here? Honestly, I'm really, really just focusing on my fitness right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, my birthday was yesterday, so I turned 63.
63.
And I know.
How does it feel? Does it feel 63 or you still feel like you're 27?
No, that's the whole thing. Aging is so weird. It's so bizarre and nobody gets it until you're in your 60s, I'm going to say. Even 50s, it didn't really hit home.
Yeah.
But in 60s, I think Jane Fonda said it right. And I was listening to an interview. When you start hitting this era, you do look back and you go, oh my God, this is the amount of my life that I've lived. Like this big, huge, long chunk.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden you go, what do I have left? It's only about this big.
Right.
Because
it's more behind
63.
you.
Let's say I live to be 93.
Okay.
That's 30 more years, right?
And they go fast.
30 years, that's it. I was just going to say that. Think of how fast the last 30 years have went.
Ooh.
So it's kind of scary in a way. And then wait, you're not going to get 30 years of this body,
right,
this mind, everything. Your last probably 10 to 15 years, you're going to be old. Your body's going to start breaking down. So I'm not looking forward to that. So it's kind of sad in a way. I'm like, I try to be positive and optimistic about it. And I'm like, oh my God, my life is great. And everyone's like, retire, just sit back and relax.
No.
That's not who I am.
That's when you fall apart. If you sit back and relax.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
I think you're gonna be okay because you're health conscious and you know you got to keep your lean muscle. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna let yourself go. I think you'll be all right and that's the important. That's what I be trying to push because like as I'm in my 50s, like the last 3 years I started supplementing and walking every day and all that stuff, and I'm trying to live to 100, like in my right mind, physically fit, where I can get around and stuff and this. But you got to work on that every day.
So there are so many things now that are coming to the forefront that we can be doing for anti-aging
daily,
and keeping our cells and our mitochondria and everything just working. And you're absolutely right. We have found that having muscle on your body is the anti-aging, because the more muscle you have on your body, basically, so I was going to say something, I kind of stopped myself. But the more muscle you have on your body, basically, the leaner your body's going to be if you're eating healthy. And all that healthy food and drinking water and sleeping and keeping your stress low, that's what keeps you living longer.
That's the vitality.
Yes, that's what it is right there.
Clean supplements, some walking, get some sunshine, fresh air, grounding.
Oh, and now if you think about it, the new generation, what's happening in the last 2, 3, 5 years is now all the new peptides and all the research that's coming out are peptides we have inside of us. And that's just a protein synthesis, kind of like a molecule type of thing that we're putting in. And yet they're realizing that it's helping our cellular growth. It's helping us stay younger. The NADs, it's just, there's so many of them. But the peptides now, that's one of the big things that's happening. That's, that's across the board that people have to start Googling, and they have to start, go on ChatGPT and just Google, certain peptides, and you'll see. And it's just like, wow, these things are really helping. Yeah. And it's a slow process, but I'd say over the next 10 years, the generation below us, those are the ones that are going to actually really benefit from these peptides going forward, because of the fact that, those people are going to live to be 100, 105, because they're going to start their peptides when they're earlier, because those are all the cells that die out as we're aging. Unfortunately, our HGH levels, they die out when we turn 30.
Start breaking down slowly. So that's what I try to do. I'm slowing down the aging process.
Well, I'm a big, huge advocate, and I'm going to throw this on your show, and that's for women, and that's hormone replacement therapy for women. Mm-hmm. They took that black labeling warning off, and they said the testing that was done 10 years ago was bogus. The hormone replacement therapy that they were using back then was all synthetic. It was literally horse urine. There was just so many different things, the age category. So basically what happened, Nathan, is for, 10, 15, 20 years, women have been without hormone replacement therapy. When we turn 50 and we go through menopause, our hormones die out. They convinced us that, no, you can't take hormones because it will cause cancer. That went away. That was a BS story. It just came out 1.5 years ago that it was all BS.
Wow.
Hormone replacement therapy for women is the number one huge anti-aging. Feel like yourself the rest of your life. You don't need to go without hormones the rest. And some women are like, well, it's a natural process. I'm gonna call no. I'm gonna say, okay, our hormones do die out, but replacing them balanced and going to your doctor and getting them balanced. You can be 75 and 80 years old and still feel like you're 35. And so many women don't know this. And that's why I'm like, if I can hit 1, 2, 3 women at a time and say, you don't need to do the hot flashes. You don't need to age and grow all old and wrinkled and gray hair and have no libido. And I mean, it's just, the list goes on, you know? So for women, hormone replacement therapy is the number one thing now that everybody is talking about, and it is safe, and you have to do it safely. So no, women, you do not need to go through all these hormonal changes that make you miserable for the next 25 years.
make you and your significant other miserable.
100%. Absolutely.
So Google it, women. Check it out.
That's one of the biggest things, you know. I have had that. Lori, you're 63. You look like you're 45. What's the secret?
Right.
Hormone replacement therapy.
Yeah, you don't no 60's not in your picture.
No, it's not. This is not.
I'll give you 45. I'll give you 45ish.
Okay, I'll take 45. I'll take 45. I'll take 48.
I can't give you 20 because that's a baby.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, you got too much wisdom for that. You've been through too much.
I've stood next to a couple 40-year-olds.
And you can't tell that.
I could go for 42, 43 standing next to them very easily.
Yeah, some of them 40s look like they're in their 60s.
Yeah. That's true
it depends on how you take care of yourself and how you live and how stressed out you are.
Well, oh God, yes.
You can definitely get some miles on you if you're not taking care of yourself and like counteracting it. Yeah, it's a daily
right. Wellness.
Daily.
The whole wellness, the whole fitness. It's a must.
Yeah,
it's a must. Just get
pretty much a lifestyle.
It is. And if people go, where do I start? The first thing I tell them to do is look at what you're eating. You don't even need to look at what you're eating. And that's the biggest thing.
That's my problem. I'm trying to go down to 1 meal a day and then do the 8-16, an 8-hour window a week, and then 16 fasting.
Okay.
So I'm trying to go to that.
Why?
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 I take a blood pressure pill I don't want. I got sleep apnea, and I got this little, the visceral fat around the gut I want to get rid of because I drive a truck all day. So I'm trying to, that's why I walk every day and just trying to clean my system out, give my digestive tract a break.
I was going to say, what's your vice? Is it sugar? Is it salt? Is it fried food?
all the stuff I don't need. Well, no alcohol and drugs, but sweets, the breads, pastas, anything that's starchy. And then
carbs.
Yeah, carbs. Don't let me pass by Krispy Kreme and the red light is on.
You do realize if you do something called carb cycling.
What is that?
Carb cycling is where you control your carbs. So you go, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, low carbs, which is say 50 grams. 50 grams is like maybe 1.5 baked potatoes. Okay, so that's all the carbs you get. The next day, you do something called a high carb day. And you go to 200 grams of carbs, which is now your rice, more sweet potatoes, maybe a little pasta to get those 200 grams in. The next day, you go right back down to low again for 2 days. And you go down to 50 grams. And then the third day, it's cycling is what it is. And what's happening when you're doing this with your body is your glycogen levels in your body, they're using those when you're on your low carb days as energy. So you're burning more fat, but then you replace it on that third or fourth day with good, solid carbs, clean carbs, not breads, not pastries, not sugar. Good, clean carb.
That's my battle.
I know.
Cleaning up the food supply.
Battle.
Yeah.
But do you realize I just did this for 4 months and I went from 18% and I lost almost 10% body fat just by doing that for 3 to 4 months.
And you was working out every day, right?
I didn't cut my carbs out.
Are you working out every day?
I don't work out necessarily every day. I work out probably 4 or 5 days a week. I do take time off.
For that 4-month period, were you working out more?
Still same thing. No, I didn't change anything. I would train like let's say hypothetically Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Take the weekends off.
All right.
Absolutely. So you have to cycle your training. You have to rest when you're training. So carb cycling is one of the best ways because as you're going through your fasting, okay, what happens a lot of the time in the fasting cycles is your body thinks it's starving to death because our bodies are smart. So it holds on to your body fat, stores. But now if you're feeding it just a little tiny bit of carbs of 50 grams, all of a sudden it kind of feels like you're feeding it, but then it starts releasing more of the fat for energy because of the fact that that's how our bodies work. So it's a great way to lose weight without starving and making your meals balanced throughout the day. So if you eat every 3-4 hours and there are small little meals, you're fueling your body. You're just putting that those little tiny sticks on the fire constantly. You're just
keeping it burning, yeah. Steady flame.
Keeping your metabolism up and burning. Because the minute you take away the food, it thinks it's starving. It holds on to it. And I mean, I'll be honest. I've never fasted in my life, ever.
You never did what? Say again. I've
never fasted.
Oh, okay.
I've never went without food an entire day, ever. I mean, it's interesting, and these are just different methods, different ways.
And it's not a one size fits all. not a one size fits all.
It's not a one size fits all. Not at all. Your metabolism is different than my metabolism.
Got to figure
you
that.
burn fat different.
And that's what I'm playing with. Just trying to figure out what's great for my system.
I think carb cycling would do you wonders. Seriously.
I try to walk every day. Like after work, I'll walk a couple miles or whatever.
Yep.
Because I'm sitting down all day driving, you know.
I know. Exactly. So you do have to definitely walk.
Yeah.
You know, there's no doubt.
And then I do resistance bands and, you know, I got free weights and stuff. I do that.
Right. So it's
walking
you know,
is my main thing.
It's hard when, I mean, definitely you're sitting all day. It doesn't, you know, if you're in your, if you're driving, if you're sitting in an office,
Right.
whatever, maybe you're still sitting all day.
Mm-hmm.
So at one point in time, even if you have those little breaks of 10, 15, 20 minutes, get out, walk, do the same thing afterwards. But now it's, when it comes to eating, if you could take, I mean, you have your own truck, so you should be able to take like an ice chest or something, you put your food in it.
I got to do that.
Which is hard though, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a little corner store.
You have a little microwave in the back of your truck.
The corner store, I go get me a tuna on Mondays.
Yeah, but
I'm working on it. I'm trying to fine tune my thing.
well, that's good though, and that's
Keep
you're
my lean
conscious
muscle.
about it. And that's the number
And
one
then,
thing. You're
You know,
conscious.
I got my super red, super greens, amino acids, and collagen and all. You know, I do a lot of this.
there
too.
you go. Right on.
Yeah, just trying to
Good.
keep my nutrients going in without the solid foods.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
you still need to eat though.
I know I eat, but I need to watch what I'm eating.
Okay, so what I do is I don't necessarily count calories. I count what is called macros. Okay, so I count my protein, carbs, and fats. Those are macros. And protein, 75%. Carbs, 20%, 5% fat. And even those ratios change. But you definitely, you do have to put some solid food in your body.
Yeah, see, I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat since 2017. I do like seafood.
Okay.
So
Are you a vegan? Are you?
I guess they call it a pescatarian. They
Okay.
eat seafood and then the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't mess with the milk and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
If it's in the food, I can't do nothing. But I don't drink. I might go with like coconut milk or something.
Oh yeah, I stopped drinking milk. I can't even remember when I was in my early 20s. I think.
You can live without.
I don't know. You can live without it. I mean, but I think I've just been so consistent throughout my life to where I really do try to stay away from fried foods.
Yeah,
I have a sugar tooth, but I kind of allow it at nighttime a little bit. I watch what I eat during the day. I keep it clean. I don't eat a lot of dairy products, things like that. I have, Greek yogurt, and that's pretty much the extent of it. So yeah, it's about what you're putting in your body and just staying consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to this.
Yep. And you gotta keep it, I guess, as a priority in your life,
You do, especially as you get older. And I say that as you get older, but yet even even when you're in your late 30s going into your 40s, that's when you need to start.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God. I have a friend of mine. And she's heavy and she's young. And I'm like, it's going to kick you and bite you in the butt.
Yes. It's coming to get you.
Do it now.
It is coming to get you.
Get rid of it now. And they're like, oh, I have time.
It's going to be harder as you get older.
I know.
You know what I'm
I know. That's what I keep telling her.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
But look, we've been yipping and yapping. I'm sure we can talk forever. But
I know.
This is the part of the show where I have my guests leave some positive life nuggets. You got a few of them, huh?
Positive life nuggets.
Yeah. Pay it forward.
There you go. Never take yourself too seriously. Always smile. Always laugh. Got to find the joy in everything. Be grateful for everything, no matter where you're at. Never stop moving, ever. No matter what that is, never stop moving. God, I know I have so many little life nuggets, and I don't even. I'd have to. That would be fun to write down.
That's another book for you.
Exactly. But that's really it. I mean, you're as young as you feel.
Uh-huh.
It really is. You're as young as you feel. And I don't know. I've just, even being on the Gladiators and the height of my career and, you know, walking out and people are like, oh my God, your eyes. You know, I never took that real serious. It was just kind of like a character, and it was fun, and I appreciated it.
This is what
and
I
was like, okay, what can I do to use this a little bit more? But I've always been, you know, people who know me as, you know, just Lori, period, is like, you know, every single one of them, they're like, wow, you're really down to earth. You're just totally like a normal person. I was like, I've always been this way.
Yeah,
you know? Gladiators never changed me. This is who I am.
You remember when we first met? And I asked you, I think you had you had the hat on, something on your shirt or something, ice.
Yep.
And then I'm like, you had to remind me who you were. I'm like, I don't know.
Exactly.
And then I had to go back and look, and like, who's Ice? I can't remember which one is Ice.
Like, oh, damn.
Oh, that's Ice. Yeah. It was so, you know, because I'm moving forward. It's like, that's back there, all my stuff. And then I got to go back in history. Like, oh, okay, Ice. Nice.
I know.
Yeah, nice person.
But yeah, I mean, there's the little life nuggets. Never quit moving, you know, never quit hustling, and just be grateful and enjoy what you have.
Hey, did you always have this positive mindset, like through life?
I always did. You know what? That's funny you say that. I was always a very happy, positive kid. And, you know, don't think that I don't go through my hardships and down times and everything else. But I kind of only allow myself a little window, you know. So even when Gladiators ended and life, you know, kind of seemed like, oh my God, this is it. You kind of got to allow yourself a little bit of time to feel the self-pity, and just after that, it's like, no, let's move on. Let's just keep going.
Right.
This is not going to define who I am.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Just like a chapter in the book. Okay, this chapter's over. Let's write the next chapter.
What's next? And that's the cool thing about it. You're writing your own book. You're the star of your own book. You can write it any way you want. And that's what I tell people. Don't be a product of this world. Live your own life. Write your own book. Don't let anybody, you know, basically dictate your life.
And on that note, okay, where can people find you on the internet or whatever? And
all right, Instagram. Let's start there. Lori, it's spelled Lori .ice.fetrick, Fetrick. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok across the board. It's lori.ice.fetrick. I do have my podcast, Chillin' with Ice. It's on YouTube at Chillin' with Ice. And let's see. I think, isn't that all of them?
I think, well, it's enough. It's enough for them to find you. And
I know, right?
And we don't want to confuse you with the ICE in the government. So this is the
exactly.
OG. This is the OG. So don't get mad when you see the title ICE. This is not that ICE.
This is just the OG.
This is the cool ICE.
There you go. I know.
Chilling with ICE.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah. Now I can stop bothering you.
Right on. I know. Now I can start. Now
you can wave it.
I can just actually go out and wave and not duck and dive and go, oh my God, I got to do this podcast.
Hey, you told me you was coming on, so I held it to it. I was patiently waiting.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a story worth telling, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Cool.
Thanks, hon.
You've heard it exclusively on Nathaniel Noble Jr. Podcast.
Hey, this is Lori Fetrick, and you're listening to Nathaniel Noble Jr. Podcast. And check me out at lori.ice.fetrick at Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Thanks for listening to Nathaniel Noble Jr. Podcast. The best podcast in your hands. With new episodes every Sunday at noon. Pacific on all podcast platforms. Check out MrNoblePodcast.com for more info. As always, be blessed. Don't stress, because this life is just a big old test. And you're gonna pass with flying colors if you don't quit. Peace.